All right, today we're jumping into a story that's unfolding as we speak, and it has massive consequences for farmers, for business owners, and for consumers all across the United States.
Welcome to the news today. It's November 24th, 2025. And yeah, today it is all about hemp. We're talking about an industry that just a few weeks ago was absolutely booming, and now it's on the verge of complete collapse.
So you gotta ask, what in the world just happened to the $28 billion American hemp industry? I mean, how does a massive success story like that get pushed to the brink of disaster, seemingly overnight?
To get to the bottom of this, we've got to look at a really sudden and shocking reversal in federal policy. And believe me, it caught pretty much everyone by surprise.
And here it is, the bombshell. A new federal law, and get this, it was quietly tucked inside a massive government funding bill that was just signed by President Trump. We're not talking about a little tweak to the rules here. This thing doesn't just regulate the industry. It effectively bans the vast majority of hemp products on the market today.
So you're probably wondering, what exactly are these impossible new rules? Let's break down how this ban actually works.
Okay, so first, a quick background check. The whole modern hemp industry was basically built on the 2018 Farm Bill. That's what legalized hemp by defining it as any cannabis plant with no more than 0.3% THC on a dry weight basis. That single distinction, it created a multi-billion-dollar market, almost out of thin air.
All right, now here's the huge change. The new law completely scraps that percentage by weight rule. It replaces it with this incredibly strict flat limit. No more than 0.4 milligrams of THC per container. Yep, you heard that right, per container. That means a tiny little gummy and a great big bottle of tincture are held to the exact same standard. And the industry is saying that for most products, that limit is just biologically impossible to meet.
And the impact? Well, it's staggering. According to Wisconsin business owner Steve Hampton, this isn't about trimming the industry down. It's about total annihilation. He predicts that upwards of 99% of it could just get wiped out.
Now, a change this drastic sparked an immediate political fight, as you can imagine. But the backlash is coming from some really unexpected places. It's truly bipartisan. So on the Democratic side, you've got Representative Dina Titus of Nevada, and she's calling the whole move ludicrous. She sees it as a return to the failed war on drugs, and she's warning it'll just kick off a new cycle of unjust incarceration, the very thing her party has been fighting to reform.
Then, coming from the Republican side, Senator Rand Paul of Kentucky is attacking it from a completely different angle. For him, it's about personal liberty. It's just none of your damn business. But he also makes a really practical point. Prohibition doesn't work, it just drives everything to an unregulated black market.
And this opposition isn't just talk either. Another Republican, Representative Nancy Mace, has already introduced the American Hemp Protection Act of 2025. It's a bill designed to do one thing: strike this new ban down entirely.
Okay, so that's the political battle raging in Washington. But let's look at the real-world impact of this decision for real people.
The scale of what's at stake here is just immense. The U.S. hemp market is valued at $28.4 billion, and that entire figure is now at risk.
And this isn't just about money, it's about people. It's about jobs. Projections are showing that 300,000 jobs, from farmhands to retail clerks, could just disappear by 2027 if this law isn't reversed.
And behind those big numbers, you can just feel the whiplash and the uncertainty. As one Wisconsin business owner, Jacob Dinner, put it, everybody's frantic. We're all worried. It's just weird and scary.
A farmer from Rhode Island put the whole argument in really simple terms with this great analogy. He said, "We didn't ban potatoes just because someone turned them into moonshine. We regulate alcohol. We should do the same with hemp." It's a powerful point, right?
So with all this chaos, what happens next? Is there any path forward for this industry?
Well, there are a couple of potential lifelines. You've got Senator Paul's bill, which would let state laws supersede this federal ban. You've got Representative Mace's bill that seeks a full repeal. And the law itself does include a one-year delay before enforcement kicks in, which buys the industry a little time.
But that one-year delay is what farmers are calling a trap. Think about it. They have to plant their crops months in advance. This means they could legally plant a crop that becomes illegal by the time it's harvested, forcing them to destroy their entire year's work. It's a terrible catch-22. Ultimately, this whole fight boils down to one simple choice: regulation or recriminalization.
Is hemp going to be treated like any other crop, or is the country about to turn back the clock on a plant that was perfectly legal just a few weeks ago? Right now, the fate of a $28 billion American industry is hanging in the balance.